Hello there, my name is Brizzy.
And I'm Simon.
And welcome back to...
A Dream Daddy.
Last episode, we stole a penguin or something like that.
Stealing a penguin.
Oh, 2 penguins.
No, we did.
2 bagels. We didn't steal any bagels or penguins, which is disappointing. But we did decide that we like cheese boards. I don't really know what a cheese board is. Is it a board made out of cheese, or is it a cheese... or a board with many cheeses upon it?
I believe it's the second option.
But what if it was a board made out of cheese?
I wouldn't want to eat the bottom part.
Yeah, that's true.
Gross.
That's been on, like, the table.
Yeah.
Unless it was a very clean table.
I mean, yes, but, I mean, like, if it was on our table is not clean.
No, our table always has, like, junk on it and probably kitty litter and cat food and...
Well, right now it's also got candle making stuff and soap making stuff, so you can have soapy cheese, and no one likes soapy cheese.
The French probably do.
I don't believe they like soapy cheese.
I mean, I don't know much about the French, but if I had to say anything. Anyway, we're going to go ahead and go on the second date with Robert, so that way...
we can
still experience his second date, because I do want to go through 2 dates with all of them at least before we decide.
But should we decide to romance Robert in as the third date, the commitment level, we can't have done any dates with Joseph.
In that case, I'm going to say probably Robert will not be our commitment level this time, because I want to explore as much as possible, and I do want to see Joseph's.
Well, and we can always do a different save, too.
Yeah, that's true.
After we do Joseph's date. Or, before we do Joseph's date.
Very true.
So we got Robert. We've already done all of his shit. We've got 1 heart. Let's go.
Yeah, we already read his stoof.
Tip 21, eat a lot of broccoli.
No, you can't make me.
I bet I could make you. I mean, I have made you eat spinach and like it. And
yeah, I do like the spinach,
often.
But I never really had an issue with spinach. I just don't like the texture of broccoli. But you can definitely... I challenge you to make the broccoli, because I will still try it.
I will put it in the pasta. I'll put it in the pizza.
As long as it's, blended up, I think I would be fine with it. Anyway, I don't want to distract from this. Broccoli talk.
Fucking Dream Daddy started it. I had a lot of fun with Robert the last time we hung out. I don't remember what the first date was.
It was when we went out drinking.
That's right. But I'm beginning to wonder if he's dodging me.
I thought I said douching at first.
I'm beginning to wonder if he's douching me. I've tried messaging him a few times, and Dadbook says he hasn't even read them. Haven't even seen him come out of his house, actually. I decide to send him one last message, figuring that this will produce the same result. Hey man, don't know where you've been, but we should grab a drink soon. I walk away from the computer because at this point, I know he's not messaging me back anytime soon. I linger in the kitchen. I'm all caught up on work. The house is relatively clean. I don't... Something where he could just decide to go to the aquarium with you on a school day.
Must do work at home or something. Maybe he's like a graphic designer. I think I like that.
I'm sure it's just left open for you to interpret. Maybe he just has a lot of fucking days off. If your dad has an office job, he has a lot of fucking days off.
Yep.
The house is relatively clean. Maybe I should do something nice for Amanda? I'll bake her favorite pie. I root through the pantry and pull out all the ingredients. This is an old family recipe that I used to make with my grandmother when I was a kid. I lost the actual recipe card a long time ago, but I think I'll be able to remember how to bake it. I start mixing the ingredients together for the crust until I get a nice dough. I throw some cherries into a saucepan to make the filling. Normally I don't like to multitask in the kitchen, but this cherry pie is a piece of cake. Pie? It's a piece of pie. I'm making a pie. Oh man, I can never remember what the temperature you're supposed to set the oven at. Pretty sure it's 375, but I could be wrong. Who am I kidding? I'm never wrong when it comes to this pie.
You have the internet.
No, this is the family recipe.
But I mean, the internet can still tell you what general temperature a pie should be baked at. I'm gonna look it up. Hang on.
We're hanging on.
What temperature do you bake a pie at? It just brought up pie recipes. 350 degrees.
Well, we're a little high, but I'm sure that's fine.
Oh, it says most pies bake at a temperature between 350 and 450.
Well, we're right smack
Yeah,
dab
so
there.
we're fine.
My special twist on my grandma's recipe includes a secret ingredient that not even Amanda knows about. It really makes the cherries extra flavorful. God,
it
why
weed?
can't I remember what that secret ingredient is?
I bet it was weed.
More cherries, salt, almond extract.
I'm gonna go with almond extract. Because salt would not do that.
Bing.
Salt can be nice and stuff, but it's not. I don't
think he's dumping like a shit ton of salt.
Yeah, I
in
guess
there.
so.
Oh, it's almond extract. Duh. Oops, I accidentally poured a little too much in. Way too much in. Sure, it's fine. Baking is an art, and some of the most beautiful art is made from mistakes.
I guess better almond than salt.
I finally get the pie in the oven. How long am I supposed to leave it in there? 15 minutes? We'll just wing it.
How long do you bake a pie for? How long does it take for a pie? About 45 minutes. We're gonna overcook it a little bit.
Amanda's gonna be so excited. That kid loves a good pie. I mean, I do too, but the only pie I like is the chocolate kind.
Yeah, which is almost not really a pie and more like a mousse and a Oreo.
Or I even don't mind if it's like in regular pie crust.
Yeah.
But I like the chocolate mousse kind of pie. Or that Reese's pie that
Yeah, I don't think I tried
Burger
that.
King has. Their Reese's pie is really fucking good. And their Hershey's one is good too. Anyway.
Can always go.
No, I can't. I have a seat at the kitchen table and I take it. Let me recenter myself. I have a seat at the kitchen table and do word jumbles until Amanda comes home. I can hear the door slam open. My recenter didn't work.
Yo, Pops, what smells like pie in here?
It's pie, sweetie. Amanda darts over to the oven and looks inside.
Yes!
Hey, it's not done. Be patient.
What's your angle here?
What?
Pies are an objective-based confection. What are you trying to get out of me?
Fine, you caught me. Nothing. I've been leading a double life.
I'm gonna go with that last one.
Amanda, I have terrible news for you. I'm actually a pro skateboarder, an aspiring astronaut, and bank robber. The lifestyle is calling me back, and I must go. One last job. You know how it is. This pie was the only way I knew how to tell you.
Well, I appreciated the years we spent together, but a trade-up is a trade-up. Remember me when you're kicking your feet up in Ibiza? Thanks for all the pie.
We share a cordial handshake. I wait a few more minutes before taking the pie out of the oven. I set it on a rack to cool and guard it so Amanda doesn't dig in before it's ready. What?
Does it look kind of weird to you?
Oh, that's just, me taking artistic license on what cherry pie means to me emotionally.
I'm just saying this because, it seems like you might have baked this pie incorrectly. And you're currently, right now, trying to pass it off as a good thing.
It's art, sweetie.
Was it art when you accidentally baked a whole uncracked egg into the center of my 12th birthday cake?
Well, it's...
Was it art when you tried to make brownies and accidentally created chlorine gas?
How the fuck do you do that, Sydney? Well, that's a bit of an exaggeration.
Was it art when you...
Just eat the pie, Panda. I cut us a few slices and we sit down to eat. The cherry filling oozes out of the sides and the buttery crust glistens. I watch as Amanda takes a bite. What's wrong? Is it not good? Amanda winces and fans her mouth.
No, it burned the heck out of the roof of my mouth. This pie is amazing. Sorry for doubting you.
I breathe a sigh of relief and take a bite. She's right. The pie is pretty incredible, as it always is.
I'm really proud of you for making a pie without burning the new house down.
I got a few dad tricks up my dad's sleeve. Maybe fathers aren't as bumbling and stupid as the media makes us out to be. Maybe we as a society should have a little more respect for fathers as a whole.
Dad, your sleeve is on fire.
I run to the sink and put myself out. Pride will be my undoing. You weren't even fucking near the... what?
Well, and how do you catch your sleeve on fire from the oven? Like, from the stove, I could understand. But the oven?
That's a new level of impressive, Sydney. Amanda and I clean up the kitchen and play a little more living room hoops before she retreats to her room to do homework. I go back to my word jumbles. Hey, this one spells cat. The rest of the evening trickles by. We eat dinner, I help Amanda with one of her scholarship applications, and we both start getting ready for bed. How did he say the house was relatively clean? His room is, but that living room is still shit. I mean, speaking
The
as
artist
someone...
didn't want to draw another background.
Right? Speaking as someone whose living room is shit, that living room is still shit.
Yeah.
I decide to check Dad Book one last time before I climb into bed. Still nothing from Robert. Hope he's okay. I turn out the lights and lie down.
Hey. Sydney. Hey. Hey, Sydney. Hey, I'm outside. Come outside.
What is that? I was just on the verge of falling asleep. I climb out of bed and try to identify the source of the dinging. My computer screen illuminates the dark room. I walk over to it, ready to turn it off, when I notice what's happening on screen.
Don't make me honk. I will honk. Get out here.
I look out my window, and sure enough, there's Robert leaning up against his pickup truck in my driveway. I open my door to try and figure out what's going on.
Hey.
Hey?
Wanna hang?
I was kind of sleeping.
That's no fun. Come hang out.
I would argue that sleeping is very fun, but I don't have anywhere to be in anywhere. I don't have to be any. I cannot fucking read. I don't have anywhere to be in the morning. Might as well live a little. Sure.
Cool. You plan on going out like that?
I look down and realize that I am, in fact, not wearing pants.
I mean, I don't mind.
Right. 1 second. I run inside and throw on my going out pants, shoes, and a jacket. I grab my keys and meet Robert back outside.
Ready?
He didn't sound so pleased about us getting pants on.
Yeah.
Ready.
Hop in.
I jump into the passenger seat of his old red pickup truck. I have to move a few empty cigarette packets. Packets. And gas station receipts out of the way before I can sit. Robert silently starts the car and we drive out of the cul-de-sac.
You like Tom Waits?
I love Tom Waits. Tom who? Hoist that rag, baby.
Hoist that rag, baby.
Whoa.
Whoa, that was like, we like everything.
Before I could answer, Robert turns up the radio. Yep, that's Tom Waits, all right. He lights a cigarette and cracks the windows. We drive together in silence. So, where are we going? Robert doesn't respond. Robert?
Oh, I heard you.
He still doesn't answer my question. I look out the window and notice that Robert's taking us to the highway. I twiddle my thumbs.
This is like a vaguely like kidnapper-esque, like...
Well, whatever I've gotten myself into, it looks like I'm in for the night. I settle into my seat and watch streetlights pass by. I glance over to Robert, who's driving intently. He looks tired, as he always does, but there's something a bit more there that I just can't place. Is this a Beauty and the Beast situation?
There may be something there that wasn't there before. I would say, are you okay?
We could go with that. I will remind you that he likes silence.
Oh, okay. I guess we'll say nothing.
Just a little nudge. Yeah, I remember what Robert said about hating small talk and decided to keep my mouth shut.
Tim Allen.
He notices me staring. I like the little, fucking pineapple and the heart
The little
elephant and
stickers.
flower. And his hula girl.
Stop looking so nervous.
I'm not nervous. You're nervous. I'm a little nervous.
Just hang on. We're almost there.
Almost where? I have no idea where we are. I think we're moving at a slight incline, but I'm not so sure. We eventually come to a stop. Robert gets out of the car, and I sit for a second, unsure if he wants me to get out too.
What are you waiting for?
He wants me to get out too. I hastily exit the car. Robert sits on the bed of his truck and pats the space next to him. You're not in the bed of the car.
It's outside of the car.
I sit down and take in the view. We're on a hill overlooking the city skyline against the bay. The cool night air rustles some of the trees near us as lights blink off in the distance. Off to the side I can see an entrance to a dense forest. Man, it's all so gorgeous.
This is where I come to masturbate.
What?
I'm kidding. What's wrong with you? This is my little spot where I come to think.
Say the house is better for that shit. It's nice.
You can see the whole city from up here. Really gives you some perspective.
Robert reaches behind him and pulls something out from under his jacket.
It's a
glints in the-
dildo.
He's got a glinting dildo.
Yeah.
I suddenly realized
Just kidding.
what
I
it
really
is.
do come out here to masturbate. He shoves it up his anus.
Oh shit, that's a knife. Oh.
Oh.
Please don't stab me. Robert reaches into his pocket and pulls out a small piece of wood. Please don't stab me with that either. Robert takes the knife to the piece of wood, and starts carving at it. Oh, I breathe a very audible sigh of relief as Robert looks at me sideways.
Did you think I was going to stab you just now?
What? No.
Hate to break it to you, but I did, in fact, bring you out here to harvest your organs.
Laugh, play along.
I would say play along.
Yeah, well, you think you caught me in your trap, but I knew. For years, I've been putting the most vile junk food in my body in preparation for this day. Come at me, friend, and I'll reap what you will. 2 steps ahead of you at all times. That's how I operate.
Nothing gets past you, huh?
Robert reaches into his pocket and pulls out a folding knife that he opens and hands to me.
Now stab me.
Or it's like Night in the Woods style. We're gonna have a knife fight.
I'm gonna warn you, the last guy I had a knife fight with lost 3 fingers because he didn't know the 8 basic rules of knife fighting. You're familiar, correct?
I honestly can't tell when you're kidding.
I'm so many levels of irony deep that I've forgotten what humor is.
He and I laugh.
Have you ever whittled before?
Considering I am not a grandpa, no.
What do you mean by that?
Well, I just thought that you would have a block of wood shipped to you along with your first social security check.
Sydney, I'll have you know that whittling is a time-honored tradition enjoyed by both young and old alike. That you're dismissing it before you even tried it speaks volumes about your character. However, because I've gotten to know you for some time and have come to think of us as friends, I'm willing to attribute it to ignorance instead of malice. What I'm trying to say is, go get that stick.
Robert motions to a good-looking stick on the ground. That's a good-looking stick. Perfect for potential whittling. I pick it up.
I've whittled soap before when I was in Girl Scouts.
I did, I don't know if it was like really whittling, but I guess it kind of was. You turned it into something. I did the Phantom of the Opera mask. My dad still has it. He's got it like in a cabinet. Like a little show cabinet.
The most important thing to remember while whittling is to cut with the grain, not against it. If you cut against the grain, the wood's gonna splinter.
Isn't the most important thing safety?
No. Getting hurt comes with the territory. Look at my damn hands.
Damn hands. I look at his damn hands. They're calloused and covered in little white scars. They are very nice hands.
Can't make a stick omelet without breaking a few hand eggs. Oh no.
Knife that wood.
Oh. Okay. Which way's the grain?
I don't... Sure.
Yup.
Chunk. Chunk. We're carving a pencil.
We're just making another smaller stick. That's a good start. What is it?
Sharp stick, a pencil, a knitting
I
needle.
really want to say sharp stick. Careful. Don't poke yourself with that.
You made a sharp stick.
Now what?
I have to look at this artistically. Ooh, that one's got a line right there.
Ooh. Do it right on a corner. Yeah.
Get it.
Tell me about this one.
Popsicle stick, tongue depressor, flatworm.
Flatworm. Gross. You made a flat worm.
Yeah, right there.
Right there.
Get it. Okay. Just come on. Whoop. Nope. Oh my god.
What's the story here?
Toothpick, bubble popper, something to make me look tougher.
I gotta go with the last one. It's working. I think you could take me in a fight, probably.
You made a tough guy accessory. Alright. Tell me when.
And now. I don't know if it even matters, but...
Fucking
What's this?
chicken nugget. I don't know. Ouija board planchette.
Chicken nugget. Please don't eat that.
It's probably about as healthy as an actual
made
chicken
Robert
nugget.
uncomfortable.
Alright.
Oh, am I picking? Oh, okay. What?
Fuck.
Nice form. What's it supposed to be?
A peep.
It's you. I want to go with it's you. You really captured my likeness. I'm impressed. You
Robert,
made
I guess.
Robert, I guess.
Alright.
And now Hank.
I stopped a little soon, so.
Interesting. What do we have here?
Chopstick righty, chopstick lefty, chopstick ambidextrous.
Ambidextrous, obviously. It's a stick.
You made chopstick ambidextrous.
We're not so good at this whittling thing. Ooh,
Got a big ol'
a big ol'.
Alright. Tell me when.
Ooh. I'm gonna go with the one that has the line right now.
Let's get to going. Where did we even find this one?
Yeah.
Eh.
I feel like we're wasting a lot of this. What the fuck? If you keep this up, you'll be a whittling pro in no time.
Swan, duck, new friend.
A new friend. He's beautiful. I'm happy for you.
We made a new friend. They're actually talking about Robert. Alright, let's see. Let me find the true art that lies in this block. It's right there.
Can you turn it, like, at this point?
Yeah?
Huh, I was just curious. Whoa.
Look at us go.
Beautiful handiwork. What do you call it?
Big old dog, the spirit of the Mustang, Sir Horsington the Brave.
Well, obviously Sir Horsington the Brave. A brave and noble name for a brave and noble creature. A beautiful gift for Amanda.
She did have that story, Sir Horsington.
Mm-hmm.
Always bring a war chest. Robert and I sit in silence for a while, carving our pieces of wood. That just sounds like you are masturbating.
Yep.
I think I'm getting the hang of this. It's actually kind of relaxing. I glance over to see what Robert's working on. He's carving a smaller wooden knife.
Ah! Oh, that was him. Just kidding.
While I'm distracted, the knife slices into my thumb. Blood gushes all over my little wood carving. Robert is lost in carving and doesn't notice me bleeding everywhere. Robert still doesn't notice. Robert, I'm dying. I'm bleeding to death. Robert finally looks over.
Oh.
He reaches into his jacket. Again, Jesus, how much stuff does this guy keep in there? And pulls out a red bandana. He wraps it around my thumb.
Hold tight.
He hops off the truck and I can hear him rummaging around in his car. He comes back a moment later with a well-stocked first aid kit. Robert carefully wipes all the blood off my head and swipes a bit of antiseptic onto the cut. With surprising gentleness, he places a bit of gauze on the wound and wraps it all up.
You okay?
Yeah, I'm good. He hands me what's left of the tube of antiseptic.
Make sure to keep that cut clean.
It's oddly touching and a little sexy. I Guess I'm a real whittler now.
Oh.
That you are. Be careful, though. They're attracted to the smell of blood.
Wait, what? What's attracted to the smell of blood? The sticks.
Cryptids. Ton of them out here, you know.
Cryptids, like Mothman and stuff?
Mothman is bullshit, but yeah. This town's a hotbed for cryptozoological occurrences.
You're joking.
Oh, how I wish I were. I'm a skeptic myself, or at least I thought I was. There are things in these woods that we can't possibly comprehend.
I think about my entire time in this city. Aside from the occasional stray coyote, I don't think it's too bad.
You ever heard of the Dover ghost?
Excuse me, I burped, in case it picked up on the mic. I don't think so.
Well, let me tell you a story.
Oh.
I was out in the woods here on a weekend camping trip with Betsy. You don't know Betsy, but she's a big pup. Pitbull. Real intimidating. I feel safe around her. First night goes without incident. I get some solitude. Betsy gets to pee wherever she wants. All good stuff. Second day, I get into my head that I get the idea into my head that I can hike deeper into the woods. Probably against my better judgment, but hey, we're having a fun camping trip, right? So me and Betsy start marching into the morning.
Really?
It gets a little late, and we set up camp, but it's different this time. Real quiet. I can't hear the birds, the crickets, squirrels, nothing. Dead silent. Then it happens. I hear the most unholy growl I've ever heard in my life, right outside my tent. Me and Betsy, we go to investigate. We look around the clearing. Nobody's there.
That's your mistake. You never go back outside.
But there's this feeling. Not sure I can quite describe it. I know someone, something is watching us. Betsy, though, she's scared. Never seen her like that. And when she's scared, I know that I should be too. And then I see it. In the distance. A man, but it's something that didn't know what a man was supposed to look like made it. It just looked wrong. Big. Arms too long for its body. Black eyes. It just stood there and stared at me.
Oh.
Then, it disappears. I hear one yelp from Betsy and I turn around to check on her, but she's gone, into thin air. I didn't sleep at all in my tent that night. I don't think I've slept right since.
That's terrible. You're lying.
Oh man, I don't know, you pick.
That's terrible. Because I don't want to say he's lying and then actually have his dog be gone. I don't remember. Wow, Robert. I'm so sorry.
They said if you listen closely on quiet nights just like tonight, you can hear the howl of the Dover ghost.
You're laying it on a little thick now. A howl resonates through the woods. It doesn't sound like a regular howl. It's so guttural. Even from far away, something about it makes my skin crawl.
Really?
Okay, Robert, real funny. I turn to look at Robert. He's as white as a sheet. You're messing with me, right?
Really?
I was messing with you, up until literally just now. I totally made up that camping story.
I strain my eyes to scan the forest line, trying to see where the howl originated from. Off in the distance, I see something. It's so far away, I barely can make out a shape. It looks human, but it's dragging something. Do you see that?
I don't know.
We should go.
Robert and I slowly back away and get into the truck. He turns off his headlights and we make a slow crawl away back onto the road. I'm too scared to look back. Oh, fuck that, I would be. I don't want it to be following us. What was that?
The Dover ghost, I guess.
I chuckle nervously. This time he doesn't seem like he's messing with me. Or maybe someone illegally dumping garbage on a wildlife preserve?
Yeah, that's the story we'll tell ourselves.
We sit in silence for a while longer, the fear of whatever that was slowly subsiding as we get closer to the city.
Thanks for coming out. This is fun. I'm sorry I haven't been in touch. I've just been in a way lately. I had to get out of the house. Had to be around somebody.
You doing okay, man? Robert thinks for a second and lights another cigarette.
Hey.
Been doing a lot of thinking.
He takes a long drag.
As I get older, I feel more and more that I'm just drowning in the sea of regret. I was so busy chasing after these things that I thought would make me happy that I didn't think about anyone else. All I cared about was myself. I didn't even think.
Robert stops. I wait for him to finish his thought, but he just stares at the road.
Maybe I'm just built like this. Or maybe I do to myself. Maybe it's my own choice that I'm as unhappy as I am.
I try to think of something to say. I remember all the times in my life when I've been sad, and there's a great many of them. But there was always a light at the end of the tunnel, something I held on to keep me going. But there's something so resigned about the way Robert's talking. That sucks. I'm glad you told me. Maybe we deserve to be eaten by the Dover ghost.
Oh, man. He's being serious, so I kind of don't want to joke, but, like, also that seems like kind of what he would appreciate.
He's a dark humor kind of guy.
Yeah. So I guess I'm going to go with maybe we deserve to be eaten by the Dover ghost.
Maybe that's why it's here. The Dover ghost feeds off your sadness, my sadness. It hunts us in the night.
Honestly, it makes sense.
I was trying to kid around.
Just to be devoured for my sins. Yeah, that sounds pretty great, actually.
It was a joke.
I'm turning the car around. We're going back.
Robert slams on the brake and puts the car in reverse.
Uh-oh.
Robert, wait. He stops the car again.
You know what? I thought about it. It's not my time yet. I haven't finished watching the Criterion collection. They just keep adding stuff to it. But thanks, Sydney.
We drive the west of the way, in silence, listening to the radio and watching the bright lights of the city grow bigger. Robert drops me off at my place. As I'm about to close the passenger door, I realize that I still have Robert's pocket knife in my jacket. I pull it out and offer it back to him.
You hold on to that. Never know when you might need it.
Night, Robert. Have a safe drive home. Robert smirks and then pulls away. He then immediately pulls into his driveway, which is one over from mine. He gets out and waves. I tiptoe into the house, careful not to wake Amanda up.
Whoa, where'd you come from?
I look around and spot Amanda coming out of the kitchen with a glass of water.
I thought you were sleeping.
Oh, Robert woke me up to go cryptid hunting.
Yeah. You know the Mothman is bullshit, right?
Amanda, Lang, you know what? It's fine. I finally decide to go to bed.
She's 18. She can say bullshit.
Let Amanda say fuck. Crime, paranoia, Tom Waits, lots of blood.
Yeah.
Uh-oh, where'd my pants go?
Oh my god.
What? Uh-oh. Where'd my pants go? We're the ones who came out without pants. What was that say?
It's
Knife
another,
Dad.
Yeah, Knife Dad, another achievement. Well, it's been a long day. I'm just about ready to pack it in. After a few bites of ice cream from the freezer, I turn off all the lights and walk down the hall to my room. I wonder if Amanda's still awake. That kid needs some sleep. As I pass her room, I can hear a faint sound, but I can't quite make out what it is. I get a little closer. Is she crying? I knock gently on the door. Hey, Amanda. The crying immediately stops.
Not right now.
Her voice sounds strained. She sniffles. I need to make sure she's okay. I open the door. In the dark, I can see Amanda's outline in the middle of her bed, knees hugged up against her body. Is everything okay?
I don't want to talk about it.
Did something happen or leave her alone?
Aw, I kind of want to ask if something happened. Yeah, did something happen?
Did something happen?
No, nothing happened. Go away.
Something must have happened. Leave her alone.
Man, this is tough because I feel like it's our dadly duty to pry, but like also respect her space.
She's 18.
Yeah, I guess we can leave her alone.
All right, I'll leave you be. I back out of the room and close the door gently behind me. She immediately starts crying again. Wow, I have no idea what has her so upset. She's seemed totally normal. I feel awkward just leaving her to cry, but I also get the feeling that if I tried to do anything else, it would have only made her more upset. I can't stop mentally cycling through all sorts of awful things she could be dealing with right now. More than anything, I just want her to be happy and safe. I have a hard time falling asleep, but when I finally do, I'm still thinking about Amanda.
Poor kiddo.
After a long night of very little sleep, I roll out of bed and make myself a pot of coffee.
Pot?
Make myself a pot. Is that a weed?
I'm calling the police.
Amanda should be up for school soon. Maybe she'll be willing to talk about whatever's bothering her.
What you smoking?
About 10 minutes before she's supposed to leave, Amanda comes out of her room and makes a beeline for the freezer. Morning, Amanda.
Morning.
She drops a frozen waffle into the toaster and slams the freezer door. She won't look at me. Yikes. So, anything big going on at school today?
No.
Okay. Do you need a ride to school?
No.
Want some coffee? Amanda pulls the toaster lever up and takes her still freezer-burned waffle out before it's finished cooking.
I have to go.
Amanda picks up her bag and storms out. Oh, okay. I haven't seen her act like this in a long time. It's usually short-lived, but it always hurts. Hopefully this blows over and things are back to normal soon. I sit back at the kitchen table and look at a picture of Amanda and I hanging on a wall. In it, I'm teaching her how to ride a bike. Her face is a mixture of excitement and pure unadulterated fear. I remember how determined she was. Every time she would fall off and scrape her knees, she would get back up and try it again. Finally, I had to stop her because she was bleeding everywhere. Then she started to cry because she didn't think she needed bandages and wanted to keep trying. As I put the bike away, she just stood in the middle of the street and screamed. Then I took her for ice cream and it was like nothing even happened. After giving it a bit of thought, I decided that if I force her to talk about it, I'm only going to make things worse. But I have an idea. I start rummaging around for ingredients.
You're not gonna make her another pie, are you?
Another fucking pie. I hear Amanda walk in the door. Instead of heading for the kitchen like she usually does, she makes a beeline for her room. She's clearly trying to avoid me. Hey, Pumpkin,
What?
can you come here for a sec? There's a moment of silence.
Yeah.
I wanted to say sorry about last night. I'm just worried about you, kiddo. I get scared when I know something's wrong, and I get even more scared when I feel like I can't do anything about it.
Dad,
So just whatever it is, and you don't have to tell me if you don't want to, but whatever it is, know that you have a dad in your corner who wants you to be happy. With a capital D. Honey, you know I'm bad with words, so I was hoping I could speak a language we both understand. Food. I pull a cake out of the refrigerator and place it on the table. Hopefully the frosting is set by now. Ta-da!
Dad.
Took me a really long time because I ran out of bread frosting somewhere around sad and had to start over and...
Sorry you're sad, but I support you 100%. This is beautiful.
It's strawberry. Amanda gives me a big ol' hug. I grab some plates and forks and service up some delicious cake.
So, it's really stupid.
What is?
This whole thing. And I know I've been really weird lately, and there's just... I don't even know how to explain it. I feel like I might have to make you a chart.
I'm listening. Do you want me to take notes?
Oh, no.
I guess I should start from the top. So, you know how Emma R. is going to the fancy art school in California, right?
Emma R. The one who puked in Dead Gotham Beyond, the best friend, the other one.
She's the best friend, I think, because she's the one that puked in Dead Gotham Beyond.
Yeah.
Yes.
You got it. Wow. Proud of you.
Ah.
Anyways, ever since she got the acceptance letter, I've been feeling like she's drifting away, you know? And she's been spending a lot more time with Grace and Emma P. I just thought it was all in my head for a while, but then I found out from Rosie M. that both of the Emmas, Grace, and Noah all went to a party at Mackenzie F's on the same night. They all told me they were busy studying for the Calc AB final.
Yikes.
So, another important piece of information is, God, this is embarrassing. I have a crush on Noah, and, that's a thing.
What? Whoa. I had no idea. I definitely didn't know that. Okay.
You're a bad liar.
So are you.
I learned from the worst. Anyway, so the only person I told about the crush was Emma R. And she promised not to tell anybody. I didn't confront them about the party thing because I didn't want to start drama, so I just keep quiet and going about my business.
Amanda sighs.
And then one day I invite everybody out to go get nachos at the mall, and after not texting me back for like 2 hours, even though none of them ever put their phones down for more than 60 seconds, they all say they're busy, like, simultaneously. So I tell them, never mind, I'll just eat nachos at home, right? But we were out of chips, and I really, really wanted nachos.
Totally understandable.
So I go to the mall anyway. I get to the food court, and who do I see there but Grace, Emma P, Emma R, and Noah, all hanging out together and eating nachos. Without me.
What?
It gets better. I'm standing by the escalators watching them, and I realize that Noah has his arm around Emma R, which is kind of weird, right? But then they kiss.
No.
Yes, I know. So I just storm over there, and I'm like, hey. And Grace drops a nacho on her shirt because of course she does, and Emma R just, like, glares at me.
Grace. Nothing is coming up. I don't know who that is. Grace is the boring one, gossipy one. Did she poop the bed too?
Boring one. Well, yeah, but that's not the important part. Grace is the one nobody really likes. Or, I guess that's me now. But anyway, no one will say anything, and I'm just like, you guys suck. Which I realize is not the most eloquent thing to say, but I was very angry and really embarrassed, and I just wanted to get out of there. So I left. Without nachos, might I add, which only further contributed to this shitty day, and immediately drafted a super long text to the group chat asking them why they've been so weird. And I wrote out another one to Emma R, asking how long the Noah thing's been going on, and sorry, I know that's a lot. You still following?
What did Emma R say? I'm a little confused, but I think I'm understanding. I have no idea what's happening.
Yeah, what did Emma R say? Oh, okay, get a load of this. Emma R says, you know what? Let me just read it to you.
Amanda pulls out her phone and reads word for word an arduously long string of text messages.
Can you believe that?
No, I want to know what she said.
I know, right?
I can't believe that. I cannot believe that.
I cannot believe that.
I care so much about Amanda's social life and mental well-being, but man, I do not understand what she's talking about. This is all beyond me, but I am trying my hardest to be supportive.
Oh no.
They were dating in secret for like months. So I told her that she's being a really terrible friend, and she's like, well, if you think I'm so terrible, then stop being my friend. And I was like, okay. And then she left me on red. And then...
Wait, left me on red. What's that?
Oh, like, she saw my message and didn't reply. I know because there are red receipts.
I don't know what red receipts are, but I'm just gonna nod and pretend I understand. Gotcha.
So while all of this is happening, I'm talking to Emma P about how mad I am because at least she's being kind of reasonable, and I'm venting to her about how pissed I am at everybody and stuff. And then out of nowhere, Noah texts me and is like, how could you say that about me? And I'm like, say what about you? And he tells me that Emma P sent screenshots of everything I told her to the group chat that I got kicked out of.
Alright, I think you lost me at screenshots, but that definitely sounds bad.
There's so much more, but honestly, it's all just really stupid teenager-y stuff. The bottom line is that everyone dropped me. Half my grade hates me, and now I have no friends.
Amanda, I'm so sorry.
I almost expected it from everyone else, but Emma R's been there since Dad died. I can't believe she would just stab me in the back like that. And I'm not even that mad that she's dating Noah. I'm just upset that she lied to me about it for so long.
Amanda stabs at the remnants of her cake.
Okay, I take it back. I'm kind of mad she's dating Noah. Like, what did I do wrong? Why did everyone just suddenly decide I'm not cool anymore? Why wasn't I enough? I don't understand. And as mad as I am at everybody, like, I miss them, Dad.
Amanda looks so dejected, I almost can't take it. What could I possibly say to help?
Anyways, that's it. That's the whole sordid tale. Thanks for listening. Tune in next week for more hot gossip.
Wow.
I know, it's pretty dumb.
Kinda dumb. It's not dumb.
It's not dumb. This is a bullshitty way to be treating your friends. No, it's a stupid thing to be upset over.
Amanda, your feelings are real. Don't ever be mad at yourself for having feelings.
I guess.
Unless you've secretly been a robot who's been approximating human feelings this whole time.
Dad, if I was a robot, I would have transformed into a monster truck a long time ago.
But seriously, I know you probably don't want advice, but I feel like it's my duty as a dad to bestow upon you a few nuggets of fatherly wisdom. Trademark. Not all friendships last forever. Real friends don't do that. High school sucks.
I'm gonna say real friends don't do that.
When you get older, you start realizing the sort of people you want to associate yourself with. Do you really want to surround yourself with people who would do something like that to their friend? It takes a lot of work to find and maintain meaningful friendships. It took me a long time to figure that out myself, and I wish I had learned it sooner. If the other person isn't putting in the effort in to show you how much they care, it's not worth it. You're not beholden to being their friend. Ultimately, I think it says way more about their character than it does about yours, because you're amazing, and if they can't see that, well, that's their problem.
I'll keep that in mind.
I looked down at the table. Did we just eat that whole cake?
Yes. Yes, we did just eat that whole cake.
Well, good talk. Amanda gets up to go to her room. Before she closes the door, she turns around.
Hey, Pops.
Yes?
Thank you.
You are always welcome. Love you, Amanda.
I love you too, Dad.
Dad, tears
A little bit.
got something in my
Choking up.
eye.
You got dads.
Oh, we got a little bit of extra panda action in that one, but I was glad because I was been wondering for a while now why she's been so upset lately.
We got it. We got the backstory.
Because she has dick ass friends. That's why.
She does have dick ass friends.
Even like, oh, but it's high school. Like, that's no fucking excuse.
No.
You're 14 to 18 years old. You can still treat other people decently.
I mean, my high school experience is different with the amount of bullies that I had in middle and high school, but that's because bullies are dicks.
Well, and like my high school experience was different, but also partially because I went to such a tiny high school that I think that like you almost couldn't have too big of bullies because there was only like 14 people. So
Yeah, your high school was real. Like my high school was really small. We had the biggest graduating class, and it was like 200 people.
yeah,
was like-
that is a really small high school though.
Yeah,
I mean, like not in comparison to mine, but like in general for public school, that's
Yeah.
a very small
especially
graduating
since
class.
it's the boonies of the desert. It's Yucca Valley / Joshua Tree, and the only other towns that are close to us are you have to go down to Palm Springs or go over to a Marine base.
Yeah.
And so, like, everybody had to go there that was in that area, and we still only had 200 people graduating in my year.
Moral of the story is don't be a dickhead no matter how old you are.
Yeah. Even
But-
as an adult, whatever age you are right now, don't be a dick.
Just don't be a dick.
It's really easy, just don't be a dick.
Yeah, that's the one life rule. Doesn't matter if you're in high school, if you're adult, if you're homeschooled, if you go to a giant school, don't be a dick.
Doesn't matter if you're talking to your friends or if you are dealing with, like, employees at a business or, I don't know, other shit.
Yeah,
don't be a dick.
that was oddly specific. Or, employees. Anyway, but thank you guys
Tip your
for...
waiters, don't be a dick.
Yeah, definitely tip your waiters. They only make like $4 an hour. Tip your waiters.
if they're lucky.
Yeah, if they're lucky. I've been a waiter. But go ahead and if you like this video, go ahead and subscribe because we are going to be putting out more pieces of it. Next, I guess we'll make sure we go into a new save because next is going to be Joey Seed.
He doesn't care if we've dated Robert. It's the other way around. Robert cares if we dated Joseph.
Yeah, well, I more mean like
Oh, yeah.
a separate save in case we want to go back and do Robert.
That's true.
Maybe we could do a final date with all of them and just like seal the deal with all of them and just on different saves. That could be fun.
We could do that.
But-
we just have to try and keep track of it because it doesn't let me title them.
Oh, yeah. Okay, so we'd have to remember the date and time.
Yeah.
But thank you guys for joining in and make sure you subscribe.
And if you liked the video, go ahead and like the video and check out the links down to the coffee below.
But until next time, bye.
Bye. I remembered this time.
Good job.
I'm also remembering to salve.